How's it going, everybody? This is Deadly, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my melee warrior build for Fallout 4 survival difficulty. Survival is the hardest difficulty in Fallout 4, and after I've already completed most of the game on my first playthrough, I have like well over a day. I was playing a stalker sniper character. I wanted to do something a little bit more difficult and rewarding, so I started a brand new character, set it to the highest difficulty from the very beginning, and made it my challenge and my character build to make him a melee character. And he has turned out to be way stronger than my previous character, who was level 32. I'm only level 17 on this particular character, but the clip that you guys are going to see, just to kind of showcase an example of how I play this guy, is taking on a legendary Deathclaw while you're doing the main storyline. I won't spoil any of the details, but you're trying to find somebody in the glowing sea, which is a radiated wasteland. So there's a couple things to note. I didn't rely on my power armor for a while, but I realized that it just fits this character so well, rushing into battle, not really caring too much about taking on too many bullets, and the power armor is kind of essential for this particular build. You can do it without the power armor, but you're going to have to play it a little bit more slowly and kind of focus on your sneak a little bit more than your damage resistance and health. So I'm going to show you guys my talent tree that I have put together, and currently this character is level 17, and again, the combat footage that you guys are going to see in this video actually takes place around level 14, so I'm a little further on. So here's my stat tree. As you can see, I have 9 points in strength, 4 points in perception, 4 points in endurance, 1 in charisma, 1 in intelligence, 7 in agility, and 6 in luck. I'm going to go over some of my options here. So obviously, since we're going to be doing a melee character, we need to focus on big leagues, which is going to give you a 20% damage bonus with melee weapons every single time you put a point in it. As you can see, so big leagues is pretty important to this skill tree. It's your primary skill point. We've also put some points into armor and blacksmithing, just so we can be able to craft some better equipment and some armor down the road, which is kind of important to your character. If you're going to be using guns, like gun nut is kind of what you're going to be wanting to go with. So either way you do this, you're probably going to be doing some sort of crafting. You don't need to in Fallout, but you're probably going to do a little. Now further down the strength skill tree, we have Rooted. And Rooted was one of those abilities that I wasn't quite sure if I was going to take or not, but it's actually turned out to be incredibly useful. When you're standing still, you gain 25 damage resistance and you deal 25% more damage. So if you're getting swarmed with bugs, feral dogs, or even ghouls, standing still and just sitting in vats is probably one of the best ways to do it, or just swinging your weapons around like a wild man, hitting everything that gets close to you. It's pretty big, and I highly recommend it for anybody who's playing a warrior. If you're going to be doing some kind of like ninja, melee ninja, this might not be as good for you. You might want to take something like moving target, which increases your damage resistance and energy resistance when you're sprinting, because if you're going to be building a lightweight, fast-moving ninja, you're going to probably want to take something along these lines. These are kind of like the counter of the two. Like the Rooted is for warrior type of people, moving target is kind of more towards ninjas. It's probably great to take both though. Eventually I probably will put a skill into moving target just to kind of give me that extra damage resistance, because it's really important to my gameplay. Now in the perception tree, I only leveled it up just to get locksmith. That's the only thing I really want right now. There might be something later in the tree that I could use, but really you kind of need either locksmith or hacker or both. They're kind of essential to this game to kind of get one or the other, so I highly recommend that you get at least one of the two with any build that you play. Again, both are better, but at least get one of them. Now, endurance. Endurance is what's going to make you a little bit more physical fit. It's going to give you damage resistance, and it's also going to give you health. So number one, right away, you have toughness. I only really put a skill point into toughness whenever I'm not quite sure where to put one. You know, just getting a like 10% damage resistance is going to be good all around. So if I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put stat, and I can do it, I'll put one in toughness. We also have Life Giver. So Life Giver, just like toughness, gives you just some chunkiness. It just gives you an extra health. So every single point of Life Giver, you gain an additional 20 maximum health. It's going to help keep you alive, and especially on survival mode, if you're playing a melee character, you are going to really need to increase your health. Okay, so in the charisma tree, I got nothing. Intelligence, I have nothing. But under Charisma, there is something that I will be trying to get eventually, which is the Lone Wanderer. So with dog meat, this actually works. So you increase, you take 15% less damage, and you can carry more things. It's worth the 4 levels to get it, or you know, if you get the bobblehead, the 3 levels to get it. So I'm probably gonna get this at some point, particularly soon. And obviously, if you're going to be doing settlements down the road, it gets you closer to local leader, which is kind of important if you want to build settlements. And settlements do become really important later in the game. Once you've completed the main story quest and a lot of side quests, it's kind of your, I guess, the second main storyline, if you will. Then we have agility. Now, the big reason why I got agility is for ninja. Now, even whenever you're not doing a quote-unquote ninja character, it's still nice to have this, because a lot of times you can sneak and find a very beefy target, like a legendary super mutant or something like that, and you can get your first strike to do 4 times normal damage. That's really awesome. So I don't always sneak. It's useful, but in this particular character, I'm not too focused on it. Initially, I thought it was going to be the only way to go, but I've decided to opt and do the power armor route instead. So this is a really good trait if you're going to be building a melee character regardless, and also even if you're going to be building a sniper character. If you're going to be building a sniper character, you kind of need ninja as well. Okay, let's see here. This would be a nice one, Action Boy. I might focus on getting that in the future. Your action points regenerate 25% faster, because with a melee character, you're going to be spending a lot of time in VATS. Because it's going to save your life more than you can count. Now, I have 7 luck, because in the luck tree, I want to get better criticals. That's coming very soon for me, and that probably as soon as I hit level 18, I'll probably get better criticals. Your critical strike damage is 50% more, which is really awesome, and it increases pretty much. Doubles your critical strike, and then does 2.5 times as much damage. So this is going to be a pretty awesome skill point to take eventually. You can also get some stupid things like Idiot Savant, which, you know, it might be worth it. I'll level up faster. Randomly receive 3 times experience from any action. The lower your intelligence, the greater the chance. Well, luckily for me, I have really low intelligence, so that's also a skill point that I might get in. There's also some funny other ones that you can get. Bloody Mess. I was never really a Bloody Mess fan in the other Fallouts. It made it just a complete bitch to loot. Mysterious Stranger, a lot of people are liking this one as well. So luck is great, and also luck gives you a better recharge rate for your critical hits, which on a melee character is pretty important. So having luck particularly high will help you out a lot in battle. So that's essentially my playthrough so far at level 17, pretty early into the game still. Now for armor and weapons, I'm using the Boss 2, which is the Brotherhood of Steel version 2 T60B helmets and everything like that. If I have a full set, I get a 1 strength bonus. And you can get this armor set if you decide to get involved with the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm pretty sure you don't have to commit to them to get this armor set. So I actually highly recommend that you do the quests up to getting the Brotherhood of Steel armor, because there's really no commitment there. You can just do a few missions and then just grab the armor and do whatever you want with it. However, you can wear armor under your power armor. So there's a number of different things that you can get. Nothing's perfect, and it's also kind of luck based on the legendary monsters that you kill. So I do have a left arm that gives me 1 strength and endurance. I have Grognak's costume, and you can get that by going to the toy store. You can find videos online how to get Grognak's costume and axe, but it increases the wearer's strength and melee damage. So this is probably going to be the big chest piece. I'm probably never going to not wear Grognak's costume, because it just gives me, it's just too beneficial to my character. It gives me exactly what I want. Unless I find a chest piece that does more, then I'll probably be holding on to this. I also have Lucky Treated left arm, and I found this as well. It gives me 2 luck, and this is pretty important as well for my critical chance recharge rate, so that's why I'm wearing that as well. Militia hat, just because there's no particular reason. I probably can get a better one. Maybe one in perception would be useful, which I think I can. Yeah, I can just put the baseball cap on, so no big deal. Just basically what I'm feeling at the time. Nothing on my left leg yet. Probably going to work on that. And Patrolman's sunglasses gives me perception. So that's kind of my armor that I'm using right now. So as much strength armor as I possibly can get. And for weapons, I was customizing a baseball bat, but I'm using the Grognak's axe for now. I would like to get a shish kebab and a super sledge, particularly soon. But I think I gotta level up a little bit more and explore a little bit more before I can get access to those types of weapons. There's a quest I gotta do to get the shish kebab. If you're unaware, in the Fallout series, the shish kebab is that flaming sword. So getting that would be really cool. And the damage isn't that particularly high on this weapon. It's only 88. Now all you snipers out there are like, whoa, hold the saxophone. The 50 caliber, that does like 100 damage, 90 to 100 damage. Your axe is a beast. It does a lot of damage, but it's fast for the damage. It's a medium speed weapon, whereas the equivalent, which is technically like the baseball bat, it's slow. So you can hit much faster. But the main reason why I use the axe is it causes more stagger, and it causes the targets to bleed. Stagger is important when you're fighting legendary monsters like Deathclaws, because if you can hit them, you can actually take a step back, they'll stagger, and you can hit them again, and they'll stagger again. And so you can just keep hitting them over and over and over again. It's not 100%, but it gives you a better chance of getting that to happen. And I have a little knife here, the Night Knight. This is kind of just a beefed up combat knife. I don't have the final upgrade for the knife yet, but I will get it. This is for fast, and I'm just kind of sneaking around, you know. Yeah, I don't know, it's a knife, it's a combat knife. I mean, if you're building a melee character, it's nice to have one of those. And I do have a baseball bat with the saw blades on it. However, it's not on me right now, but I do have it. So, but for the most part, that's kind of my weapon system. I usually just rock the battle axe. And yeah, if you guys want to see more Fallout, I wasn't quite sure exactly what I was going to do with Fallout. It's a game I knew I was going to play, but from the YouTube perspective, I wasn't too sure exactly what I was going to do, because everybody and their dog is making Fallout 4 Let's Plays, and I just didn't want to be another one of those people. But if there's any particular thing that you guys want to see from Fallout, let me know in the comment section below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the combat clip that you've seen, and the explanation about my character being a melee survival character. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy my live streams every single morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.